Hello, everyone. Hello, Justine. Justine is the first one here today. Justine, hello. How are you doing? What is going on? Y'all, I didn't have to go too far for hot topics today. Today is a hot topic. The entire day is a hot topic. The entire day. How is everybody doing? Let's give everybody some time to come in. What's going on? Welcome to Hot Topics. We got a couple of things to cover. I'm not going to be here long today. We got a couple of things to cover. It's a lot going on. Make sure you like the video as you come in. Hello, Britt. Hello, Avery. Hello, Blessed Lady from New Orleans. Oh, Blessed Lady. What's going on down in New Orleans? Because, girl, I might have some tickets, and me and my sister might have to roll through there real quick. Hey, Diva. Hey, Showbiz. Hey, Miss Lacey. Baby Peaches. Baby Peaches, you been in the butchers? I would have remembered that name. That's a cute name. Hey, Sin. Hey, Tiffany. I'm glad you made it too, Tiffany. Girl, Hibiscus, what are you talking about? The YouTube streets popping, the Instagram streets popping, the CNN streets popping. Peach Prince, what's going on? Hey, Brown Sugar Babe. While we waiting on everybody to get in here, I hope everybody has gone to their place where they get their podcast and you have downloaded or listened to Millie Chan TV Presents. If not, I would love for you to do that. We just put up yesterday my part 1 conversation with On the Rocks with Jada, and part 2 will be out next Tuesday. And we just did our review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. That will be out soon. I dropped a little tea in there. Woo! Oh, you're welcome for the. Oh, thank you, Peace. Thanks for the Beyonce. Oh my God, that was so amazing. That was just so amazing. That whole everything about that trip was amazing to me. Hey, Taddy, thank you so much. Did you see the girl? We're gonna get into it. I've been on it all day. I'm gonna tell you something. Like, I got up early this morning and I made the post about hot topics. I don't know, maybe about 6:00, and I had to go. I was tired, so I went back to sleep. And I got up. I had a doctor's appointment, and they said that the Diddy trial was coming out. So I was waiting to the last bit. Thank you, Diva. Oh, people are mad. The Essence tickets aren't selling. You have to pay separate prices for the superior gesture. I don't know what that is. So wow. I'm glad y'all enjoyed the podcast. Wow. Thank you all so much for your support. What time is it? I'm gonna get like 2 more minutes and we're gonna get started at the 5-minute mark. So I know what everybody wants to talk about. Today has been a day. And I don't know what happened. I think when everything had come out, super lounges. Okay. I think when everything had come out, it just kind of put me in a funk. I don't know what it was. Like, I was so glad that I did the Caught in the Act last night before I had gone to sleep. And I had an actual something to post for you all today. Because I was like, if I had to do a story, I don't know how I would do, because both of my televisions upstairs and downstairs is on CNN. I haven't been on CNN. I haven't watched CNN in so long. And let me tell you something. I understand why. Oh my God. Today has been stressful. Like, watching the news is stressful. Right? It's either Diddy or the administrator or the dude in Idaho. It's just a lot. Okay, IJP. I'm back. So it's just been a lot. So we have a couple of more seconds and we're going to let everybody get in. We're going to get started at the 5-minute mark because I'm going to the movies with my baby today. We're going to see, the new Jurassic. What is it? They laughed at me when I said Jurassic Park, but the new movie is out. So I want to go see that because I absolutely love those movies. So we're going to do that today. So, and also excuse the background noise because my sister and my niece and my daughter are downstairs and it can get loud. Okay? Which is precisely why I stopped after the instruction. Oh my God. Okay, y'all. Here we go. We're going to start Hot Topics. It has been a stressful day, baby peaches. Girl, let me tell you something before I get started. I'm always on the phone getting the tea and getting stuff like that. And then I go on to, CBS, CNN online, but never just sitting down watching the news. I was like, oh my goodness, they trying to vote on this ridiculous bill. And I was sitting there looking at the numbers as they was coming up one way and going down the next. And I was like, oh, what does this all mean? And it's just too much for me. It's just too much. Then they talking about child deporting the black people. Where we gonna go? If that is a thing, where in the world are we gonna go? Because I don't have nowhere else to go. But I can go to Mississippi. That's where I came from. So I don't know where else to go. Ooh, child, it was a lot. Okay, let's get on it. Let's get our minds off of that. Let's get into some mess. We got to get into this mess first. So, as we know, Diddy has been found not guilty for the racketeering, not guilty for trafficking, not guilty, and that's for Jane, not guilty for trafficking for Cassie. But he was found guilty on the transportation lady of the evening for Jane and Cassie, right? So early today, his lawyer was like, we want him released immediately. And the judge was like, you just want me to let him out and walk out of the door? His lawyer said yes. So the AUSA was like, no, because he's still a threat. He still has guilty, charges. He's still been found guilty on things, and he could go out and just, do things or whatever. So they was like, he's not going to be stupid enough to do anything, blah, blah, blah. So Diddy, the kids, everybody cheering. Janice talking about peace. I came with Janice and the peace sign. And so I literally thought, because of the lady of the evening charges that he's guilty of, I honestly did not think that they would hold him. I felt like he needed to be held. I was fine if he was held. But I was like, he needs to stay in there. He needs to stay in there. Hold on, let me see. Can I get right here? Hold on, let me see. There we go. He needs to stay in there. So when it came back that the judge denied it, I was shocked and excited at the same time. But what I will say is, there were people. I saw Armand Wiggins out there with the baby oil. People been posting that. And Armand was saying that this is not that. It's not Diddy supporters. It's the More Oil movement. So I guess that's something he's been talking about since he's been covering it. And they were talking about how a certain blog site did not post anything Armand had done. And they were saying because Armand got more views and he was more successful in his posting. But they would show that because of the context of it all. And they did not give the right context of it. So that's crazy. So that's what's going on with Diddy. There's not too much we can talk about. He got denied. He's still in jail. He was acquitted on the most serious charges, so he's not going to go to prison for life. Each charge that he is guilty of holds 10 years, so that would be 20 years, but they're going to consider the time he's been in prison and the fact that this is his first offense, so it's going to be down. So it may be, I don't know, Diddy may be in jail for 2 years. So they're going to think about the time he's been in. They're going to take that off. So he could get a year or something, and then he'll be out 10 months. I don't know. But he needs to stay there until it's over. I don't think he needs to be out until it's over. Okay, I'm over that. Let's move on to something else. Now, something else I did. Oh God. You know, this is coming out soon. And I was really shocked when I saw this, right? I was outdone. I was really outdone because I have been talking about this since last season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I have been singing this to the top of the hills since last season. And what this is, I saw this today and I was floored. So now Kimmy is on her stories or on her page talking about her time, her diagnosis of breast cancer. She's talking about what happened. She's talking about the different stages. She's talking about this, that, and the third. Let me see if I can find it. Because hold on. Let me see if I can find it, y'all. Hold on. I was outdone. We're going to listen to it. Let's listen to it. Hold on. So we're going to listen to it real quick and see what we're talking about, what I'm talking about. Okay.
And family members are there in that particular moment. The other thing would be the mental fatigue. And you talk to people when you get diagnosed with breast cancer. Everybody doesn't have the answers because everybody's treatment is a little bit different. But the brain fog and the mental fatigue was a tough session for me because I think I'm pretty quick with it. And it made me feel like there were multiple times where I kind of had to think about what I needed to say. Even being a nurse, I wish I would have known how many people that look like me are actually affected with breast cancer disproportionately so that we can do better. You know, they say when you know better, you do better. And I think we kind of dropped the ball on that one.
You think? Kimmy says she thinks that she kind of dropped the ball on that. Being a nurse, like if you know better, you do better. You understand what I'm saying? Like, how many times, hey girl, how many times have I said this? Like during the seasons, I was like, Kimmy has dropped the ball. Kimmy should come back. It's so many women who is affected by breast cancer. She talked about brain fog. Maybe that's a question that, you know, you don't know. Like if Kimmy had talked about that on the show, maybe women would be more at ease that are going through that. And they would be like, okay, Kimmy said this is something, you know, that's a problem. Okay, this is something that's going on, what I have going on. She dropped the freaking ball. This right here, Kimmy could have been a real star on this show. Now, I don't know if this is what she's going to do this season, but I feel like it's a little too late. But even if she does talk about it, it's never too late to spread the information and have some, you know, she's a nurse, so she can better do it. But I've been talking about this. CD, yes, child, it's coming back. I've been talking about this. So now Kimmy is talking about it. I thought this was real crazy. I meant to talk to y'all. I meant to show y'all something else before. Hold on. I want to show y'all something else before we got off of Diddy. And I meant to, hold on. Let me make sure I get that off of there. I want to show y'all this because this was wild to me. Hold on. Let's get into this real quick. Child, the people are upset, mad and upset with Tisa Tales. Do you hear me? Mad with Tisa, baby. Let's look at this. Ooh.
Talking about this fight, and he's live and talking about this fight. This is very meta, you guys.
You didn't got caught up talking about Diddy and I don't know him. Say it while I'm here. Don't you say it while I'm saying right here.
Men out here trying to bully women.
Bullying you? You bullied Diddy. You bullied his family. You bullied Diddy's entire family. You bullied Diddy's entire family.
So listen, let's get back into
Yeah,
what
let's
happened
get
with
back
the
into it because
prosecution.
you're a liar. Why don't you tell them people about that Rico you promised them? With that
Hey, Ron, let's get
Rico you promised.
what? This is very meta. This is very meta. This argument is very meta.
Black Mirror, guys.
It's Black Mirror, right? Look at how we're all live streaming.
Cameras everywhere.
We're all live streaming.
Baby,
Chisa's
bad boy is
dancing.
back.
Chisa's
Bad boy is
dancing.
back.
So listen,
Bad boy
Ratchet's
is
yelling.
back. You scrambling and scraping.
All right, you guys, kiss and make up.
Oh, she gotta stand on the line. She told me.
Mm.
Listen.
Bad boy.
Woo!
Bad boy.
Yes, that's
Not
true.
the bad boy
Bad
chair.
boy. Why are you sweating, Tisha? Why are you sweating? Why are you sweating?
Jesus live talking about this fight. And
And let me say this. Let me say this about that. And I want you right here, Belicious. Belicious. Is it Belicios? Belicious? It's like delicious. Belicious? Okay. Belicious. Look, this is what Belicious said, and I'm with her on this 100%. People felt like, because somebody was talking to me about that today, talking about they going off on Tisa, because Tisa said, Diddy is going to be guilty. He's coming, da-da-da-da-da. Tisa was giving, Tisa's not a lawyer. She's a content creator, and she may not see it for Diddy, so she may be a little biased, but there were days that the prosecution was not so good. There were days that the defense was not so good, and she's just listening what's going on. And in my mind, after I saw the video, I was like, yeah, he's guilty. He's going away. But I couldn't speak from that because I didn't know. Now, Tisa did, say he's going to be found guilty. That was just her opinion. But then when people say, like you said, how could she promise a RICO? How do people sit and listen to her like she the judge and the jury? She didn't know that. She was just saying what she thought. And if people just internalized it, and I know that sometimes as a content creator, when we say things, because I try to be careful about what I say, because sometimes, y'all will be like, well, Millie Chan said it, and that's why I try to back up everything I say with facts. You know what I'm saying? So if you do say that, then you got something to sit, it can sit on. But she was just out here giving an opinion. You know what I'm saying? Other creators was giving an opinion. So, I mean, I think it's a lot for people to say that about Tisa, but yeah, she's not a lawyer. She's just covering it, giving coverage, letting us know, because there can be no cameras because if it was cameras, it wouldn't be no sense. It wouldn't make sense for Tisa and them to be out there, because Tisa would be doing what I would be doing, sitting at home watching it so I can talk about it to y'all at night. You know what I'm saying? But she out here on the street, we listen to what she's saying. We listen to what Queen Sheba is saying. We listen to what Armand is saying. We listen to them because they're boots on the ground. But you got to have some sense about yourself and not sit here and say, oh, Tisa is Bible. Because she's not going to know. So I thought that was real crazy. But somebody said something about Kimmy. They were saying, how did I know that production didn't want her to talk about it? First of all, Kimmy didn't even want to talk about her diagnosis. She said Maurice was the one that made her talk about it. Instead of her storyline being her libido, her storyline could have been her process through this. And by doing that, Kimmy would have helped a lot of other people. Now this new season is coming up. Now she wants to go back, and now she wants to talk about what she didn't know as a nurse, how she has brain fog, and this, and this. These are things that Kimmy could have had built up on, and this could have been a season that people are ready to see. That's all I'm saying about that. So let me take Kimmy on down from here, and let me go on to the next thing. Child, are y'all around here wearing Lululemon? Are y'all wearing Lululemon? Because we're not supposed to be doing that. Thank you, Bird. Thank you. Exactly. Child, so Lululemon is in the process of suing Costco. Like, oh, Jesus. All right. It says, we take the responsibility of protecting and enforcing our intellectual property rights very seriously and pursue the appropriate legal action when necessary. Let me show you what they're talking about, child. Child, Lululemon said that Costco is just recreating their stuff. This is a pullover. So in a Lululemon, it's a scuba hoodie. They're selling the scuba hoodie for $118. Costco has a Danskin half zip hoodie. So wait a minute. Danskin is a reputable brand. Am I right? That's a brand. So when you, and I don't know how it works. I'm not saying I know how it works, but this is how I think it works. I feel like you have buyers who reach out to different brands to sell in their stores. So if Costco has reached out to Danskin and Danskin happens to have something that looks like a Lululemon, why are you suing Costco? Why not Danskin? Because it doesn't say Costco have zip hoods. It says Danskin has zip hoods. Exactly, Daphne. Steve Madden does it all the time. So why is Lululemon, and child, they got some pants. I think they got a pair of pants. They're like $68, and Costco selling them for like $20 or $16. Like they $38 high. But I don't think you can sue Costco for them having a buyer to go out and get another brand to be sold in their store. I don't think so. Britt said that's her favorite workout. Child, they say the black girls love Lululemon now. Cause who paying $118 for that when you go to Costco for $110 less? That is certifiably insane. You can get, matter of fact, with $118 at Costco, you got Christmas gifts. $110 left, you can get everybody Danskin hoodies. Exactly, April. So many companies do that. So they all in their feelings about that. And I yeah, I mean, child, look, I wear tights out of wherever. Wherever they got my size, that's where it can be. Walmart, it can be some on Amazon. It'll never be Lululemon. But this is real crazy. And yes, I have bought not Shein by Sheree. I thought it was said that Lululemon doesn't want black girls. They don't, child. That's why the people was wait a minute, hold on. That's why the people was boycotting them. But $118 for a pullover. Now, it's got a Danskin label on it. It's Danskin. Look what, okay, Britt. Britt says she been wearing Lululemon since 2012. They have good sales. Deborah said the creator of Lululemon, and I did see this. Deborah, I saw this. He didn't want people of color buying them. I saw that on Instagram because he's like a bald head dude. Yeah, I saw that. That's wild. That is wild. Yes. Okay, Leo, I see you. Thank you for being here. Okay, y'all, let me go somewhere else because there's something else I want to show y'all. Let me take this down, child. Let me take the Lululemon down. Hold on. We didn't talk about the Lululemon. Let me take them down. We didn't talk about Kimmy. She a day late and $1 short. We done got Diddy on out the way. Take him on out the way. We got, is this the Lulu? Yeah, that's the Lulu. Let me take the Lululemon down. Y'all get all your, hey, my degree is real. What's going on? Ooh, child, this is what we're talking about next. Let me go find it on Instagram. We're gonna play. I'm gonna play the video and then we're gonna talk about it. Hold on. Child, let's get into this. I don't know how I can do this where I can just start it and it can be at the beginning. I don't like when it's not at the beginning. Okay. So let me try this. And because I really want this to be at the beginning when we get ready to talk about this, baby. Because this right here was crazy to me. Let me get over here to Instagram. Okay, here we go.
This morning, an alarming scene as a fight breaks out on board a Frontier Airlines flight bound for Miami while it was still in the air. The plane was about to land when, according to police records, 21-year-old Ishan Sharma was returning to his seat when he allegedly grabbed another passenger by the neck. The two trading blows, passengers trapped, witnessing the chaos.
The man sitting behind was making comments to the man in front, like negative comments the whole flight. And the man in front went to the bathroom. And when he came back, that's when things started to escalate.
Sisters Rosa and Regina Gergley seeing the scuffle firsthand.
You could hear just like pounding kind of and like people talking or yelling, and we could just see two people fighting, and it was almost like hitting the wall next to it.
Authorities saying the victim sustained superficial cuts and declined medical attention.
We've really got to do more to stop.
Okay, let me stop. Okay, we are sharing that. We are looking at that under the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright of 1976. We are educating and we are teaching and we are researching and criticizing. Okay, we are doing all of the above. So he done went over here. He done got over here and got tore out of the frame. Look at his face. What happened? Because the other dude was a black dude. What happened to the black? That's one of my worst fears too, Britt. Girl, because I mean, when I saw this, first of all, y'all, I worry about stuff all the time. So I gotta take a plane ride in August. That's the next one I know I got to take. And I am already stressed out about that after watching this. I mean, crazy. How you just gonna come back and put your hands around my throat? That is insane to me. Look at his face. Child, sit down on the plane and be quiet. It said camera footage caught the moment a tussle broke out aboard a Frontier Airlines flight bound for Miami. Who mad on the way to Miami? Who is mad on the way to Miami? Miami, I would be so happy on my way to Miami. The plane was about to land when, according to police reports, a 21-year-old man allegedly grabbed another passenger by the neck as the victim was returning to his seat. Insane. Bet you he won't. I was like, what does the other man look like? Oh, child, what the other man look like? If he look like, did you get a lick in? Did you get a lick in? I was like, my Lord and Savior today. What is wrong with people? Just, it's too much happening in the world for me to just be this upset. Sonya, look what Sonya said, y'all. Sonya said she would be scared just being on Frontier. Let me tell y'all. Ooh, my degree is real. Honey, let me tell you. So I was in California doing 911. I was at Edwards Air Force Base. That's where I lived for a while. So I had to fly home to Mississippi from California, and I was stressed out. Child, I had me that's when apple martinis was just the thing to drink. I had me an apple martini and something else. Child, I remember one time, by the time the plane took off, you know how it takes off and you kind of go back. By the time I went back, I fell right to sleep. And this lady was, and then one time this lady was trying to talk to me. I said, ma'am, look, I'm about to go to bed. Like, I'm going to sleep. I would just go to sleep. It's too much going on. Just go to sleep. I'll be knocked out, girl. I try, and then sometimes I just try to stay up late so I can just sleep on my flight. American would never. Oh Lord. That's what I said, Leo. I want to see the other man. Because if this is what you look like, my God, today. Oh Jesus. Oh child. That right there. I don't know if he the one that did it, because he might not be doing it no more. Y'all, let's talk about somebody else that I think is just, oh my Lord. I was just so disappointed in them. Hold on. Let me get this up here right quick. Let me get him down. I think so. They was on there. What if it wasn't over the weekend? It was yesterday. Remy. Yeah, I know Remy got a lot going on. I know she's a little stressed, a lot of stress, because her baby is on trial and probably going to jail for a minute. I know I know that's stressful. But the fact that the reason she's at this courthouse and the girl whose father was unalived, alleged by her son, Remy should not be around here picking a fight with this girl. I was so disappointed. Go pick a fight with Clarissa. She ready. Clarissa online every day asking somebody to fight her. Every day. She just got offline the other day talking about people broke and you can come fight me for some money. Clarissa is looking for somebody to tussle with. Go tussle with Clarissa. The fact that this was too much for me. Not the migraine mask. Not backwards. I could not believe Remy did that. I was like, and then got her phone talking about, come beat me up. Come beat me up. Come beat me up. I was like, Remy, are you kidding me right now? This baby don't have her daddy. I was just fit to be tired. I was fit to be tired. I just couldn't do it. It was just crazy. That was crazy to me. Yes. Oh, thank you, Bird. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that. I do it for y'all so much. So childish. Remy is so childish. Now, like I said, I know Remy is going through something because her son probably is going to prison, and she has as a woman in prison, she has firsthand of how it is for her, and knowing for a man, it could be worse. So I can understand how she could be a little upset, right? I get it. But Rim, you picking a tussle with this baby is not it. It's not it. Hold on. Oh no, I didn't do nothing. Okay, let's go on to, let me see if it's time to get to what I really want to get to. Let me remove Remy because she's a mess. Okay, y'all. This is what we're going to wrap this day up with. Yep, this is what we're going to wrap it up with. And if y'all got something before I leave today, we're going to we'll do it with that. We're going to start with this right here. So, Britt Edie says Shamia doesn't get to call me a garden tool all season long. Simply imply I'm an addict, bully me in every media outlet, come from my marriage, and try to get the public to hate me because she is a liar What no one sees is Shamia uses that storyline to gain sympathy from the fans when she weaponizes her child's condition and knows no one can say anything. But no one talks about the made-up story she has put out in the media, dragging my name every chance she gets. F her. Now, I'm going to go and say this. I really and truly thought that Britt had said something about this woman's baby. And y'all, if y'all don't know me by now, if it's something I want to know, I'm going to ask. I went right over to Britt's inbox. I said, Britt, WTF. What in the world you said about this woman, baby? Britt's reply to me, let me see. Britt's reply to me was, let me see what she said to me. Hold on. Let me find it. It's been a minute since I said something to Britt. Oh, here we go. When she said that about, wait a minute. Hold on, let me find it. Okay. So I said, Britt, what is happening? I need an explanation. Love you, but I think you are the, what's going on? She said, we will discuss soon. And then I said, Britt, wait a minute. No, I said, Britt, we are going to get this together. Right? And she just sent me a heart. And then that was it for that. She said, stay tuned. Because I'm like, what is going on? What's happening? So then when it comes out that Britt said, Shamia, you going to Miami, you want us to pretend like you just so devastated about your baby being sick, but you in Miami taking shots. So my question is, and I think I said this on the podcast yesterday, my question was Shamia on a layover? Was she at the Cheesecake Factory at the airport taking shots? Like, if she waiting on a plane, then I'm going to give Shamia that. But if Shamia done got to Miami and she told me, I'm going back to Atlanta when I get back to Atlanta, y'all, I am so disappointed in Shamia. Oh, my God. First of all, I know I said this on the podcast. I could never be friends with nobody like Shamia. Shamia is too loud. Like, I don't do well with that. I don't do well with people that's loud and extra. Because you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? If you are a person, if you that girl, all you got to do is just walk in the room and everything is going to gravitate towards you. Or even if even if people don't gravitate towards you, just walk in the room and then, let's talk. But all this, girl, sit down. And then I got my friend back. I want to tell y'all, because I know this is going to be crazy. Because I don't want to tell y'all, and then y'all listen. I want y'all to listen to the podcast, but I might have to tell y'all. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out why Shamia wants to be friends with Portia so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, Portia seemed to have broken Shamia's heart when she did not come to Shamia's wedding. You know what I mean? So it would seem like Portia will be working to get into Shamia's good graces, right? And I was like, what is it? Because why do you want a friend that bad? Because Shamia is Miss Atlanta. She hosts, everybody knows Shamia in Atlanta. Shamia is like that girl. And quiet as kept, Shamia could have had a peach 25,000 seasons ago. Because even in the finale, even in the reunion, her husband is not even at the reunion. We saw Gerald at the birthday party on the first episode. We saw him on a couple of hospital runs. and we saw him at the end of the season. That's it. At the very last shoot of the season, at the gala, he wasn't even there with you at the gala. You could have been had a peach, Shamia. Nicole said her and Kelly went on this hate Brit train, making us think Brit did them so wrong and Kelly can't stand. I have always been on Brit's side. I don't have no problem going to tell Brit anything. Because I'm like, Brit, what's going on? Like, what is this? She always tell me, just stay tuned. And then when I said that about the kid, here we go. She didn't say nothing about this girl baby. Because I was like, why would you say something about her baby? People mad at Brit for other reasons. I'm never going to be mad at Brit. But Shamia, I think Shamia was on the show so much. We never saw where Shamia lived. Then we see Shamia's home. People get caught up in a home. It doesn't have an address. It's $9 million or whatever. Okay, that's just a home. But Shamia as a person is just a lot. It's a lot. Portia's not even high. Like the way Portia is, I can handle Portia. Portia is fun. I'm fun. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, me and Portia can laugh and be loud at the same time. But all this extra, I can't do that. I laugh, I'll get loud, but I know when to rein it in. And then people, and don't get me wrong, Shamia has moments where she is down to earth. She's not loud all the time, but she is loud 90% of the time. But I'm gonna let y'all find out what I think later on, why she acts the way she acts about Portia. But now, how's she jumping on the Kelly train? Because I will say this, I felt like Britt and Kelly came in the show together, so that automatically put them together. Angela knew Drew, so Angela kind of had somebody to be on the show with. So Kelly and Britt were kind of forced to be together because they're new. So they're not really friends in real life. They could have been, but they're not really friends in real life. And it shows. And Kelly, she's loud too, and I cannot. My favorite line, nobody wants to be you, you little, wait a minute. Nobody wants to be you, you little hobbit. That's my favorite line. Hands down, I love it. Love it. So now that we got that on our way, so then we go to this. Hold on. Do we go to here? We go to this. And let me say this to y'all. This is the last time that I am going to be discussing these two. Because when the person that sent me this today, and when I saw this clip, I was like, these two men have successfully had people divided on the internet who doesn't even know each other. People mad at me. Somebody, y'all, it's somebody in my comments on Instagram said, ooh, Millie Chung, you going out bad. I said, going out bad? I was like, girl, shut your mouth. Like, how I'm going out bad? I'm just talking about these crazy people. I was like, I'm not fooling with this no more. Because when I saw this, let me see if I can pull this up. Y'all want to, can I pull that up? Can I show that? Okay, y'all, this is a copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. We are educating, teaching, researching, and criticizing. We are criticizing today. Okay? Let me show you what. Hold on. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Hold on. No music. Hold on. Messages. Is it in my messages? Hold on, y'all. If I can find it, I'm gonna play it for y'all. Oh, I found it. Oh, what is it? Okay. Okay, y'all. Here we go. This is under the Copyright Act of 1976. We are teaching and criticizing. And teaching with the heavy on the TEA. Okay? Heavy on the TEA. What am I doing? Jesus. Okay, here we go. Child. Uh-oh. Wait. Let me play it and then share.
If maybe Marcus needs LASIK, because the only thing that he's seeing between me and Steve is me trying to reach over Steve and punch him in his face.
See, you're a grown man. Whatever you do with your penis, it's fine.
But look,
okay? It's very weird.
On the heat of Caroline drowning Patrick, we have Steve.
Caroline is his wife.
Patrick's ex attempting to profess their love for each other as if this is the right time.
He's married with a baby.
It's okay. But you guys have been lovers for a long time.
Marcus,
You've been drinking and you're stepping on dangerous territory.
No.
Okay. Let me stop it. I gotta stop it. Okay. I gotta stop it and then I'm gonna come back. That is crazy. That is crazy. So allegedly Alex has a baby for real? So when I saw this, I was like, these two have successfully divided people on the internet and made us just fuss with each other back and forward. We don't even know each other like that. Hold on, let me see. Somebody said check my IG. Hold on. Pause. Let's pause. We got breaking news. Let's get into it. We'll get back to this, honey. Just hold what you got. My Lord, today it's just too much going on. Wait a minute. Y'all hold on. I'm going to share this. We'll get back to this. Maybe we'll get back to it. Because, baby, look at what's going on right now. Kelly Farrell has been sued by Navy Federal Credit Union for unpaid credit card debt totaling $26,434.86. Let's read to see what the Bravo Shade Room talking about right here. What? So it says, I need some glasses. According to court documents obtained by U.S. Weekly, Navy Federal Credit Union filed a complaint against Kelly Farrell of Real Housewives of Atlanta. The suit alleges that Kelly owes a total of $26,434.86. The credit union said they demanded payment, but Pharrell has failed, neglected, and refused to make payment upon the account. That reminds me, I gotta make a payment. Okay. The suit demanded the entire unpaid balance plus attorney fees. Kelly's rep tells us Kelly has not been served with any paperwork from Navy Federal Credit Union, which is an account that was shared with her now ex-husband. Due to her ex-husband currently being in the middle of bankruptcy proceedings, we could not comment on the matter. In response to Kelly's statement, Kelly's ex-husband, reps, tells us that he was removed from all joint and business accounts, including those with Navy Federal Credit Union and Trust Bank. During the divorce proceedings in 2022, he has no knowledge of any loans or transactions initiated by Kelly after his removal from those accounts. They added the current legal dispute between Navy Federal Credit Union and Miss Kelly is strictly between those two parties. He is not named in the lawsuit and has no involvement in the matter. And this is coming from Kelly's rep, I think. We find it deeply troubling that Mark name continues to be invoked in matters to which he has no connection. This pattern of blame shifting 3 years post-separation and divorce appears designed to divert public scrutiny from Ms. Farrell's financial difficulties, the rep said. So that's from him. Back in April, Kelly was hit with a separate lawsuit over an alleged six-figure debt owed to the landlord for a restaurant. We talked about that. That was the other Nana's Kitchen, Nana's Chicken and Waffles. Child, you never win when you play dirty. You never win when you play dirty, Kelly. Wow. Exactly, Lori. Just wow. Ooh. How about that? That's wild behavior. Child, I'm Kelly done food around here and owe these people money. Navy Federal Credit Union, you're going to have to pay them. She's going to have to pay them. And ready to call somebody broke while you around here wearing fisherman's nets and heels and you having events and you have Williams-Sonoma events, Balmain events. Like, you, how are you paying for that? You paid off all the credit cards? Maybe, this is good. Throwing doggy parties. Maybe that's why her glam squad said Britt pays but Kelly don't. Using that card. Buying, no honey, not 15 purses, 17 purses. Her daughter was 17. So add 2 more to it. It's probably $4 more $1,000, we'll say. Child. Hey, mother of 6. She look, from my understanding, Paris and them left, and Paris is with Britt. Her glam squad left her. They are currently residing with Britt. And then she had that scene where the guy was saying, there's no way we're going to get this done. We don't have the money to get this done. That is insane. So I wonder what she gets paid on there. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop sharing this. I wonder what she gets paid on the Housewives. Not lame. Oh my gosh. Kelly didn't think she looked a mess at the reunion, honey. Hey, Wendy. Oh, Wendy. Girl, what's going... Did I not put that man picture up here? Hold on, y'all. Girl, Wendy, what's going on with that man that broke into the database, girl, and that gave everybody $2,500 on their food stamp application? What's going on with that? She said her husband took $500,000. That's what Kelly told Britt. Okay, we'll wait on that one then. I might have to come back. I think I'm gonna come back and do it. Today is Wednesday. We don't have anything going on Friday, do we? Are y'all? It's Friday the 4th because I'm not celebrating the 4th. What y'all doing? Y'all celebrating the 4th of July? We may come live on Friday. Right. I think I'm gonna go live on Friday. Poor Kelly. Bravo could have picked any one of us for her spot. Jill said yes. She got more debt than we do. Girl. Oh, y'all, I'm sorry. Yesterday was Canada Independence Day. Oh, okay. We're gonna go live Friday. We're gonna go live Friday night. We're gonna go live Friday night. We might do it kind of late. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have to give me some sleep. Now she probably Clarina too. Oh my God. Oh, that's cool. What you talking about, Candy? Let me go back to, I'm telling you, good child. So this is what I want to say about these two. I am after this live is over, I will not be talking about anything from Alex or Marcus anymore because I don't know where Angela, Drew, Phaedra pulled them from. I don't know. But after I saw this, I felt like they was playing in my face. Because after I saw these two tussling and running around a room, I was like, there's no way you can take these men serious. Absolutely not. So I don't know what Angela, Drew, and Phaedra was up to. I don't believe Phaedra did that. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on that unless I see different. Now, if I see something different, then I'm gonna come back and say Phaedra was wrong. I ain't got no problem with that. But right now, I don't believe it. Hey, Rue. And look at this, y'all. Let me find it. I thought this was so crazy. Now he done posted. He posted the text with Drew. The date on this, the date on the gala invite. Let me go to my picture so I can actually see it. Y'all, the date on the gala, where is it? Okay. The date on the gala invite is August the 16th. And it was on a Friday night from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. On this particular text message, the date was Friday, August the 16th at 3:05. Now the gala starts in 4 hours. Drew sent, now if this is how it goes, Drew sent Marcus this invite and said, Angela would like me to invite you to this tonight. Hope you can make it out. In Atlanta, in 4 hours, to the black tie gala. Now, as a woman, I feel like we may have something in our closets. If somebody invited me to a black tie gala at 9 o'clock tonight, I have something that I could go put on and go. But for a man, I don't know. If you got a man that's a Renaissance man, he got a tux in the closet or whatever. He has a nice black suit, navy suit. I don't know. But it was 4 hours before it started. And then he texts Drew back an hour and 13 minutes after she sent this text and said, I'll be there as long as you and Angela have my back and let me have a beverage before y'all read me, LOL. So it just, after I saw these two, hold on. After I saw this on YouTube, when I saw these two running around the room, I was like, this is a joke. Because what you talking about before you read me, okay? So then, what's next? So then here we go. The blue is Marcus, okay, and the white is Drew. So that's what he said. I'll be there as long as you have my back. Da 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 da. Then Drew says, "Me and you heavy on the beverage. We got your back." Then at 9:21, 2 hours and 21 minutes after the gala started, she says, "Hey, what's your ETA?" Drew was already late, remember, because she was on the phone with Angela and she was just getting in her car. But Drew had made it by then. He said, Uber just got here, says it's 17 minutes away. I'm a bit nervous. Drew says, meet you at the bar, stay right outside the gala room. What drink would you like? I would like a Tito's and cranberry. I'm 4 minutes away. She said, okay, gotcha. He said, I'm here. Then she says, hold tight right outside the doors of the event. So, and then on that 16-minute phone call, I remember him saying to Angela that when Phaedra had come in, she had hugged him and kissed him and whispered something in his ear. Now, at that moment, when he said that to Angela, now he said that Angela was lying and made him tell a lie on Phaedra. Don't let me release the rest of the audio. That's what he said. But why you just couldn't tell her what Phaedra said in your ear? Why couldn't you do that? Yes, Leo, that was very suspicious. Not Ripper, y'all crazy. So then, Angela, like it's like a game. I just don't believe Phaedra did that. And then Angela did not let Charles in on what was going on. Charles was trying to stand up for his wife by telling Marcus to get out. She's talking about, no, he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. It was just a mess. It was a mess. No, the audio that is out right now is 16 minutes, Married in the Islands. But he said his Twitter, let me see if I still got his Twitter. I don't think I deleted it. Hold on. He said, I got it. Is this Diddy stuff? Hold on. He said on his Twitter, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I can't find it. Hold on, y'all. Let me find it. Hold on. Let me find Marcus. Because he said something about you made me lie on. I'll find it. Hold on. I think I got it in here. Oh, okay. Here we go. Angela, you don't know me from a can of paint. Why lie? You orchestrated the Phaedra lie and sent that goon to my restaurant to threaten and bully us into saying Charles was there with his daughters. So let's be honest. Here it goes. You blackmail me to lie on Phaedra. Say I'm lying and I will release the entire call. So we haven't even heard the whole thing. It's just 16 minutes out there. Yes. He said, so let's be honest. You blackmail me to lie on Phaedra. Say I'm lying and I will release the entire call. So what is going on? And now Angela making posts talking about she gonna see him in court for saying that he lied and said that he was bullied to set up Phaedra. Exactly, not a can of paint. So people have said, like, it don't bother me when people say, but like I was thinking about it. After I saw that TLC situation, I said, I'm done with this. Because people are really sitting around here taking sides of these two men who have come out of nowhere. I had no idea this was even a show on TLC. These men have come out of nowhere and got people going back and forward and saying the craziest stuff. And they around here playing. Angela does not know what she's doing. I thought Angela had a good season. I thought she had some good one-liners. Although Angela was very surface and she didn't really give us a lot, but I thought she had a good season until the last 15 minutes of the season. It's a mess. And B. Johnson, that's what everybody been saying. Fake, fake, fake. This is fake. They're liars. This, and this. I got it now. But when I say I'm done, if I see something with Alex on it, I'm just going to listen to it if I decide to. But I am not speaking on it because it's crazy. And for me to sit down and keep talking about something that I know is false is insanity. She did go out whack. Angela went out whack. And here's Sandra. Sandra said they did it for a storyline. But what the kicker is, Sandra, the show was over. The season was done. The story, if they was going to do this, they should have done this by the second episode. They did this at the end, like they did this the last 2 episodes. The story is over. It's over. The last 2 episodes, you go to a cooking show at Williams-Sonoma, and he comes up and says something to you. And then the last episode, now y'all done went and met with him. You done told the people that he lying because you said Charles was somewhere else during this time. But now you bringing him over here? Crazy. Madness. I can't do it. One thing I can't do is just do just stupid stuff. It just cannot be done. Now, if y'all ask me in the inbox something, I'll go try to find it and inbox you back. I'll do that. But for me getting up here talking about something like I know what I'm talking about, because when it comes down to it, none of us know the truth because we don't know who lying. So I don't need us to keep going at it. I was like, I'm not about to get ready to go back and forth with nobody about this. I don't know these people. And then the way they're over there acting on that TLC show, absolutely not. I'm not doing that. Not doing it. Hey, Shay. Let me see. Is there anything else? Charles Carter. Yeah, we got some good laughs. We did. Let me see if there's anything else. I don't think I have anything else, y'all. But the ratings were high this episode. The last episode had the highest ratings of the entire season. Shout out to Charles Oakland. He did that. Honey, I'm going to tell you something. If Drew is trying to use this for next season, I will not be discussing Drew. Because, let me say this. Didn't nobody have no storyline this season. Portia didn't have no storyline. We knew her storyline. She couldn't do nothing because her house and car and everything caught up in a cease and desist. Right? Britt was very surfaced. Britt, I would have liked to have seen Britt and her family journey early on in the season. Like we only saw her going out to eat with her sisters, and then we saw her packing up her mom, and then we saw their whole family. I think that would have been better. I was talking last night on TikTok Live, and the people said I was reaching, but I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about this. Angela is the one that is the reason Kenya is off that show and the reason Britt is not coming back. Because I feel like if Angela had never written that note at the bank that Britt read, Kenya, why can't you be nice to Britt? if that never had come up, none of this probably ever would have happened. Now, Kenya probably would have done something because, you know, she's not a girl's girl. She would have done something hateful at some point, but it might not have been that. And even if Kenya had done that, it probably would have been in a different environment. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But Angela was the one that did that. I mean, that's what I'm saying, Tiffany. Angela was the one that wrote the note that Britt read. Because in Kenya's defense, and I don't do it often, so hold on to it, okay? Kenya wasn't even trying to get it with Britt like that. She was trying to be okay. Britt, no, I'm talking to you now. You know, and I'm like, Britt, you're doing too much. Storyline free zone, Bird. You said it. They need some real couples on there. My degree real said everything. My degree is real said everything happened the way it was supposed to, and I have to agree with you. And I'm fine with and I was fine with the outcome. For me, the season wasn't as good. It got good towards the end, but that gala part sucked. And for me, it just took away everything Angela did all season because she looks lame to me now. Like, this is stupid. So I don't really want to see Angela. I mean, I think Angela is a great housewife, but Angela going to have to come back with something else because she can't come back with this. There's no way she can come back with this. Yeah, it was very corny. It was very corny this season. And I told y'all Portia was going to finally get that house filmed. Didn't I tell y'all that? She was going to get that house filmed. Yep. This is the highest rating, Tammy. 685,000. This is the highest of the entire season. And this was the last show. So it was less than this. Less than 685,000. I mean, Britt should have come to the reunion because she would have had enough to say. But I guess she just didn't want, I don't know, child. Yeah. Angela better not come back to season 17 with this. This is crazy. But let me say the reunion before I leave. Now, when we say this about the reunion before I leave, we've seen the trailer. We know there are 3 parts. And we have to know that the trailer that we saw took from all 3 parts. So I can't wait to see how they're gonna fill it up. Because I don't want to spend that much time talking about Drew. I feel like Drew Sidora's season, I feel like if Bravo had filmed an episode of Drew, we could have got all Drew did all season in one episode, and then we would have just been done with her. Because I don't know, child. I just don't know. 3 parts sounds exhausting. But they're going for the money, though. It's all about the money. Yep. It does sound very exhausting, honey. I have to agree with you. It sounds very exhausting. All right, y'all. We covered Diddy. We covered Real Housewives of Atlanta. We got some hot topics in. Y'all be careful. The world is crazy out here. Y'all look what Shay said. I'm talking about off the rip, Shay. Oh, first episode, first segment. She ain't even got in the party good. Thank you so much. I wish I could find out where I got this from so I could go order me another one. But I'm gonna have to change up. I'm probably gonna change it next week, y'all. It's gonna be a different something next week. Cause child, I love this. Angela, Lord, Shay. You ain't lying though. You're not lying. You're not wrong. All right, y'all. I'm gonna take me a little, I'm gonna get off and I'm gonna get situated. We're gonna go to the movies tonight. My niece is going with us too. So I think I'm done for the day. I'm signing off for the day. I think I'm gonna go ahead and clock out. Um, and I'll get back with y'all tomorrow for something because I gotta start putting myself back on the agenda. But I do want y'all to go and find Millie Chun TV Presents. Listen to those podcasts. I have 3 out right now. 2 with my daughter, 1 with On the Rocks with Jada, and the second one will be up Tuesday. So yes, I appreciate you all for being here. I love y'all. Y'all have a good Wednesday, hump day. Don't get none on you. I love y'all.